Our destination?
The budget conscious bride.
Let's go for a ride.
Welcome to Girls Trip. We are on day 4 of just loading you up with all the Bachelorette ideas that you didn't know you needed.
Have no excuses of not having good Bachelorette themes.
Maybe
after this
we've
week.
inspired people to actually maybe not have a redo, but like a Bachelorette reunion or something like that.
Okay.
Love it.
Right?
Love it.
I feel like my mom says all the time, like that everyone who's been married, when you hit like 25 years, like you should get to do another registry or something
totally.
like
Oh,
that.
I love that.
But for our case, what a great idea to do a reunion, because I will add more people to this who were not there in the first place.
You
Oh,
grow,
so fun.
you have new relationships,
New
all of that.
friendships.
So let's just start that new trend, guys.
Yes.
Bachelorette reunions.
Yes.
I love it. So today's theme that we're keeping with is the budget conscious bride. Though I have to say, I feel like we've been very budget conscious.
Oh yeah, we haven't gone crazy.
This whole week. So I feel like throughout the week,
realistic things.
yeah, there's been a lot of ideas that you can pull from. So for today, I think I tried to go like really budget conscious. Like, we're ground floor, like we're pinching pennies here. That's kind of where I was landing. All right, who's most afraid to have their idea stolen? Who wants to start?
I know.
I'm a little concerned.
Okay.
But,
It is what it is at this point, So go ahead, Joy.
okay. I'm going to say thrift store, fashion show.
That was on my list.
Dang it. Oh, okay.
That's okay.
Well, I mean, just the idea of, because I do have a lot of girls in my life who love thrifting. That's their thing. So for me, this would actually work really, really well with a lot of my girlfriends. But going to a local store and doing, buying items or having a set like cap, like who can get the most items or the best items for a certain amount of money, bringing it back home, full on fashion show, judges, panel, the whole thing. So you're getting a new outfit. You are buying stuff. There's money put into it, but you're
not trying to be outrageous here with all of
No,
the...
you're not trying to be outrageous, but it could be like competition based and who has like the best designer looking item that's like a faux item, but they look like they've been put together by a designer. So definitely make a competition out of it. And
there could be a lot of fun categories for the judging competition.
Give each other like a specific, you need to find like a leather pant.
Yeah.
With a leather,
Or you could have everyone even just like guess what they think everyone else's outfit cost. And whoever comes the closest to being
Another
correct,
way
or,
to win a prize.
maybe put sort of like we did with our PowerPoint Girls Trip thing, like give everyone a different restriction or parameter that they have to work within. So,
that's perfect.
I mean, limitless.
Yes.
Yeah. And then afterwards you do like a little DIY crafting session where you put something together, all of you, to give to the bride, maybe.
Okay.
Or then you put, so whatever that looks like, just something that you put together for her that she keeps as a keepsake, whatever that may be. And then maybe something that each of us do for each other, whether it's like specific friendship bracelets that we make that we all wear at the wedding, something like that.
So cute. I love the friendship bracelet idea. That's very in right now.
Especially if you do it like you could, because there's when I say friendship bracelet, I actually have something in my head that is like more casual looking, but with beautiful beads, you can make something
really
gorgeous
pretty.
that would go
100%.
beautiful with the dress, and you can all make it different, but still golds and silvers and whatever the metal
adorable.
is.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Love
could even
that.
like wrap it around your bouquet for
Oh,
something.
that's
something
pretty.
like that.
Everyone can add a little charm. I
What
love
a
that.
great keepsake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
On a budget.
on a budget. I would
Once
actually
Michael's.
love to go thrifting with someone who
does
does
it?
it well.
Yes.
Because I mean, a long time ago, but in the past, like you go to Goodwill, but it's more like you find something funny, like the most ridiculous thing that you can find. But some people, they know where to go. They have an eye for things. Like you can find something that you will legitimately wear, like become a part of your wardrobe. And I think that's so fun. So
That's
I'd love
not
to
me.
do that.
That's not me.
good. I'm not good at that.
I have a
that
lot
either.
of girls in my life who love it, who do it. So that would be fun.
That would be really fun.
Yeah.
That was actually like a combination of our Girls Trip ideas for Rebecca's birthday. I had thrifting in mine.
right,
You
right,
had some
right.
crafting in yours.
Yep.
So
Okay. It combined.
It did. It
those
combined.
together.
Look
But
at
I
that.
love
Marriage.
that. Okay, Rebecca.
All right. I might have mentioned this, I think, bridal shower week at some point, but we're going to go sleepover.
Of course.
And when I like classic, we're getting pizza, we're having popcorn, we're gonna
Princess
maybe
Diaries.
Princess Diaries sleepover. Yeah. So anything that you can do, like board games, that is within, like, you give a challenge to everyone who's participating, like pick your favorite game that you have in your house, or, you know, your favorite movie night snack, and you watch, you know, a marathon of movies, or you do trivia, like all of these things I feel like that we do as a kid, just like bring them back. And I guess this would be really nice for, again, a homebody, or just like anyone who loves to, you know, play games, have fun. Like you can incorporate every type of bride, I think, into a slumber party.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So there you go.
I mean, no, but they're
Keep it simple.
Making dinner for each other. Making
You make your own
breakfast,
pizzas, too.
Yeah, making your own pizzas, doing breakfast in the morning for each other. These are all things that, like, they may seem simple, but those are typically things that you remember later on, and that you're building memories off of.
You could even make them into, again, challenges. Maybe you want to do like make ice cream sundaes. Like, okay, you have these 3 items, like, or stuff like that. Like even that stuff you play at a bridal shower where they're like, make a dress. You know, you do fun things like that.
Yeah, or like
make some lingerie out of this
oh my god, out of dental floss.
I'm dead.
Listen,
or like a chopped theme.
yes, I love
These
that.
are your items.
These are your items.
These are your food items. Make us dinner.
And joy better win.
Enjoy better win or else.
Or we're all going home.
Yeah.
I mean, yes. And you can definitely have those like Instagrammable moments that you want from your bachelorette at a sleepover. Like, think matching jammies.
Yes.
And, you know, all of that is super cute. So
I'll go along the lines of that.
I love those. And I'm also just going to bring back from our Rebecca's birthday week from Trader Joe's. Get those acai bowls. Do a little DIY bar. Like, so cute.
That was perfect.
So simple. It'll fill everyone's bellies. And yeah, something like that is a really cute add-on.
Yeah.
So good.
I mean, your options are endless with I feel like a sleepover.
Yeah.
So many things.
I kind of just took a version of that and I was like, we literally did it for an episode, and you can definitely do this as your bachelorette when we did our DIY mocktails and play red flags.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, it's the
There you
best.
go.
I mean,
Bring
that's
that- just
all
bring
you
that in.
need to keep that night going.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
like if you stop, do one mocktail, play around, like just like we did, do another mocktail. I mean, that is so fun.
Yeah.
Right there. I mean, we have
Laughs
played
are
that
endless.
game
Many
for a long
times.
time, and it doesn't really get old.
And you know
like,
what?
it doesn't.
Throw in your favorite snacks for taste testing too.
Yeah.
In there.
you
Why
go.
not? Do it
Yes,
all.
do a whole taste test. That is definitely the
go.
way to do it.
Push your snack, which snack you think is the best, and then I like that.
Ooh, I think I'm getting our next idea that we should do. We should do a
Tell us.
taste test, like Trader Joe's versus dollar store. Can we tell the difference? In
Oh my
like
gosh.
pretzel, you know, the
Yes.
basic
Okay.
stuff. Which one?
we
Which
think?
one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a fun one. I like that.
actually might be a little scared because I'm thinking
Dollar
like,
Tree food scares me.
yeah,
Yeah,
but like, which
100%.
could we even go further? Like, you know, coffee and which one is Starbucks, which one is Dunkin'?
I mean, we would know. I think we'd know.
I think
I
we would.
think so.
I think we would.
I mean, if
I'd
you
be scared.
didn't, I'd feel so vindicated. But I think that you would.
There's
think
a lot
you
of
might
different things
know.
you do with that, but yeah,
Yes,
that's a
yes.
fun
Okay.
game.
A
That's
lot
a fun
of
game.
a lot
In
of
the
different
future,
things.
everyone.
I also put down, which we brought up, I think for bridal shower you brought up, and I had written it down for bachelorette, is like the classic pool party,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Like that's so fun, so easy. Everyone knows someone with a pool.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So-
we're gonna find that friend.
You can have it at someone's house. Nowadays, they have so many cute, fun blow ups that you can put in the pool.
Yes.
They have like the light up, you know, beach balls. They have the giant engagement ring float.
Yep.
All of those types of things.
This sounds crazy, but it's a thing. So you know how like Airbnb, like you can go to a house, right, for a weekend? There is a website that is literally just for pools.
Rent a
I have
pool.
heard that. Yes.
Have you heard of
yes.
this? It's
Wow.
basically like a pool for the day, essentially. So you can find like
That's
these beautiful
crazy.
homes with these beautiful pools, and people just
Be like,
don't
stay
use
in
them
the
for whatever
backyard.
reason. No, literally. And they say,
Yeah.
here, you have our backyard for the day.
That's incredible.
So you don't even need a friend who has
Right.
a pool.
Yeah.
You can do it. Just
Yeah.
look it up. You
That
can
would be
do it.
that would be the only thing you're probably paying for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're having a pool party, that does allow you to invite more people. You know, you
that's
don't
true.
you don't have to keep it small. You're not paying like per person. So if you have the right amount of people, you could definitely split that
Totally.
split that cost
Yep.
and keep it super low cost, low maintenance.
Yeah.
I just want to do that just to have the experience of renting someone's backyard.
Being like, let's find
To
the
say you did
best
it.
one.
We've
Yeah.
looked into it for like, because Thomas and I like to host either 4th of July or Memorial Day, one of those days, or Labor Day weekend. And we've looked into it before, like to actually rent a pool. The problem is that most people are using their pool on
Yeah.
Memorial Day and Labor Day.
Yes.
So for a holiday, it's tough. But for
Yeah.
a special event like a birthday, bachelorette, yeah.
I would
Okay.
I would just be curious what the parameters are. Like, do you have any access to the house? Like, do they are these only people who have like an outdoor bathroom?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's
like,
true.
Yeah.
Do you have access to a kitchen? I don't know. I guess I'd be curious.
It's all, I think it is all customizable to whatever the person
depending on what
wants.
they want. Yeah. But
Imagine
I
you
would
can't go
I'd
to the
like
bathroom.
to do some market research. Let's just try that out and report to you what the experience.
Yes, worth
was.
it or not worth it.
Yeah, I would be very curious about that. And then, so the other thing I didn't really come up with a great solution, but that I was trying to think through is, and I could get a lot of hate for this.
Here we go.
What else is new? Okay, the whole paint and sip thing.
Okay.
All right, that's
Okay.
become very popular. A lot of people are doing it.
Yep.
I'm not a fan.
You don't like it.
Okay.
Why don't you like it?
I'm not against the experience itself.
But you're not crafty.
No, I don't like crafts. I mean, I literally
yeah.
run a camp that does crafts
you are
every day.
crafty. I take that back. I take
Well,
that
like
back.
that's not maybe a hobby of yours. Like
That's
you'll
what I
do
meant.
things.
That's what I meant. She's very
Well-
good at like coming up with them
Yeah.
and like, but I feel like you don't do it in your spare time.
I
right?
don't know if I have spare time, but I think growing up I was very crafty.
Okay.
That's all I did was crafts all
Okay.
the time of,
Yeah.
of every different kind. I think that I'm a little harsh and critical, that I want my crafty things to not look crafty.
You want to? Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
so my thing with those is that, okay, you do them and then you come home with this random canvas of a waterfall. Like,
Yeah.
where are you
Yeah, it's
putting
not
that?
practical
Or
necessarily.
in my case, an owl.
An
owl.
owl.
What am I
Yeah.
doing with that?
Yeah.
What am
Yeah,
I
where are
doing
you
with
putting
that?
That's the
Yeah.
thing.
So, okay, let's rework this whole thing. Paint and sip. Mm-hmm. Obviously, paint and mocktails. But you're doing it at home for a budget day.
Mm-hmm.
And we do the challenge where we're painting each other. Then it's just
funny.
Then it's just funny,
if you
crazy.
remove that whole
yeah.
element of like we're creating this to bring home,
Yeah,
like,
no.
Yeah.
Taking the seriousness out of it and
or
just being funny.
instead of you guys being like we all have to paint this one thing, you give a fun challenge like that. That I think is fun.
And they have like the
Because
really cute, tiny, like square
Yes.
canvases, and you can set that up and make it look really aesthetic.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you're gonna do it from like a humorous standpoint,
Yeah.
like knock yourself out.
Yeah.
And I actually don't know how much paint and sips cost these days, but
They're
I
not
imagine
cheap.
Yeah, I
like
don't-
what it's
20
like
I don't know if it was-
$40.
Oh yeah, I don't even know then.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
I don't know. I think it depends on probably
I've
where
done
you
it like
go.
twice.
But right, and so okay, let's say you do it once.
Yeah.
And you have this canvas that you're like, where am I putting this? Imagine you do it like 3 times for different events. You're like, really, where am I starting a gallery? Like, where am I putting
This is strictly
these
just
things?
like I would like to get some artistic, stuff out of my body, and then we're just throwing it in the trash. Like you have to
Yeah.
have that mindset. Like
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you find it like just like this is therapeutic or this
Yeah.
is just like fun to like flex my creative muscles, that's fine. I guess I like to feel like I'm going home with something
Yeah.
that is more useful. That
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna be like I want to throw this in the garbage, but I feel like I'm literally throwing my money in the garbage if I
Yeah.
throw this out.
Yeah.
so
True.
a twist to that is it was like build your own, what are they called? Terrariums?
terrariums.
And terrariums, there it is. And it was the same exact thing. You can bring like your drinks or whatever you want to do, but you're actually making like something that's a plant, a living, and you bring it home. I still have one that I made at like a little bachelorette outing.
So cute.
That's very
Not all
cute.
of them last, but yeah, and you can do small, you can do large ones. So I feel like that is a little bit more practical.
Yeah.
And they actually, when we went there, she was like, if you have any cats, do not take any from this side because they are poisonous for them.
Ooh, okay.
So yeah, it's actually something you can bring home because I know some people also don't like flowers.
Yeah.
But this is a little different. So I feel like that would be more the direction we'd want to go. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
same thing. I'm like, what am I going to do with this piece of art? I think it's fun in the moment.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I love that. But
What about, and keeping in the budget theme, what about like a DIY? Like, okay, so last week we talked about the candle. candle poem.
Yeah.
Right? What if we did like a DIY candle making day where we could do that at home.
And that's very cheap. Yep.
And
or
that's
like
very
soaps.
cheap. So cheap. And then, but if we specifically did the candles, you could do the candle poem. Right, but you're making
that's
it. You're making it
sweet.
yourself with
Yeah.
your girls,
Right, which
so
is
that's
really
another
cute.
layer
Yeah,
of
that's adorable.
That's very cute.
Being so sentimental and
Yeah.
sweet.
I think if you are doing something like that at home, that if you dig a little bit deeper, you can find like they have, ceramic like jewelry dishes or trays that you could find for pretty cheap. I'm always on a bargain hunt. So I'm always finding them on clearance or, whatnot. Then I'm like, okay, I'll use that. Even if it's not like perfect. It's like this is something that I can throw on my vanity or my desk and like put things in versus just like a purely decorative thing that I don't know what to do with. It's not something I want to hang in my home.
Becomes a white elephant gift.
Yeah. Yes.
That's what had happened.
Yes.
Your mom, my mother-in-law, just finished a 3,000 piece puzzle.
That is
Insane.
finally done.
3,000 piece puzzle.
Wow.
It was insane. It took weeks. It was crazy. And she like sent us pictures because Miles and I are the puzzlers in the family with mom. So you and Thomas are like,
Absolutely
I'd
not.
rather claw my eyes out.
No,
so
thank you.
she was taking pictures and sending it to us. And we're like, we did it. It's done. Because we were all working on it. Whenever we would go, we would do a little bit. And then I was over her house the other day and they were leaving for vacation. And she's like, I'm not leaving the puzzle out. And she starts putting it back in the box. I was just like, oh my God, this
was
took
all
weeks.
that work.
This took weeks. But yeah, some people will frame their puzzles and like create their whole basement with puzzles, but that's not. It's tough when you have this art. What do I do with
it?
this now? Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe we can, use that same idea, but go
Elevate
a little
it.
Elevate
bit
it.
beyond that.
Go somewhere
Elevate
else with it. I
it.
don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, so one of the biggest cons of planning the bachelorette party is the potential for drama,
Drama,
right?
drama.
Amongst the participants
No,
or the bridesmaids.
girls.
No one's ever
Never,
Absolutely
right?
not.
And I think at least when I'm planning something like this, always top of mind for me is like, how do you keep everyone feeling engaged, like energy up? Because sometimes it is a long, tiring day.
Yeah.
And when there are those lulls in between one activity to the next, you start to like drag a little bit. Yeah. So I'm always thinking of, okay, how do I keep everyone happy? And how do I keep everyone like, everyone's positive and excited,
ready to
go, going. So, I mean, being that it's budget day, we talked
Yes.
about this for showers. Like, we don't need to talk about that. That's number one, right? Like, be upfront, discuss the budget, make sure everyone's comfortable with that.
Because that is a breeding ground for drama.
Yeah.
If you
it's
are doing
nonsense.
something over budget and someone can't, doesn't want to participate because it's over budget, which is understandable. But if you don't talk about it beforehand, that's when stuff can get out of hand. So really be communicative about it before.
Yeah. And I think, it's a lot of extra work on the person who's taking on that portion of it. But yeah, people don't love it when there's all of these extra little expenses that, you're getting Venmo requests for. And you're like, what is this?
this?
Like, or like, I didn't eat that appetizer, but everybody else, so it can start to get a little intense and petty if people feel like they're being blindsided by extra costs.
Understandably.
Yeah. For sure. To me, the second biggest thing that can cause drama, if this is applicable, are sleeping arrangements.
That's not something I've thought
never
about.
had. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you are, because we've talked a lot about doing sleepovers, right? Or camping, or maybe you're sharing an Airbnb or a hotel room and stuff like that. I feel like almost everyone is, the budget is never allowing for everyone to have their own bed, right?
Yeah.
The older you get, the more particular you get. Like, I want the temperature to be this. I want to have my sound machine. I want, blackout curtains. I want my pillow. And I've had a few experiences where I'm like, hi, I met you an hour ago and now we're sharing a bed. This is awkward.
So exciting.
I don't know. I feel like this might be my youngest child person talking, but I just am so used to giving like seniority to everybody who's like whoever is it's just, I guess it's the way you don't have drama is to, I guess, put others before yourself in this way. Like for Lauren, for Lauren's birthday, we took her away.
Yes.
Right. And the whole point of it was so that she could have a night of sleep.
Yeah.
That's what we wanted. We wanted her to get a full night, one night full
rooms.
of sleep. So clearly she was going to have the room with the one nice bed, and then we were going to get the rooms with the 2 twin beds.
Yeah.
Right. But that was the purpose of doing it. So I think being conscious of the moms in the group, right. And making sure that, listen, this might be a nice time for them. It doesn't have to be something that's stressful. It could be a time that even the moms, they could have a night. So give them the bigger room. Or if the person is older, maybe the youngest one takes the smaller bed or the less comfortable bed. I don't know. Is that being too...
It's one way to go around
I
it.
think that my people pleasing shine.
Yeah, I think it comes down to some people are me people, some people are you people, and that's always going to be in the dynamic, right?
Yeah.
And I think that as the person planning it, it's nice to be extra considerate of what the dynamics of the group are, because you're always going to have the people who are, I find that stupidly, I'm always like, I'll be the martyr and let everyone else do it. But then I'm like sleeping on a bench because there's nowhere for me to go.
Well, that's a problem when you're the one that's considerate of everybody else, but no one else is considerate of you. That's
so I
a problem.
think listen, I get it. If the budget is like a major constraint and you're trying to do your best, but if you're in a situation where like everyone gets a bed except for one person and they have to sleep on the couch or they have to be the one to sleep on the air mattress, I don't know, make that yourself or something.
If you're the one in charge, don't
just everyone get there. Okay,
who's
who
picking?
wants to,
no one wants to do
who
that
wants
in
to
the
sacrifice
moment.
themselves?
No. Or talk to people ahead of time of like, are you comfortable rooming with so and so? You know, and sort of have that ironed out rather than just like. I imagine the it's so many years ago, the episodes of like America's Next Top Model, right? They like get to the house that they're staying in and they all just like run to like claim a bed, but obviously it's reality TV, so they were literally ensuring that there weren't enough beds for everybody to cause drama. So that's kind of like what I have.
I feel like that's the Bachelorette.
It sounds like this always goes back to just being good at communication.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
and making sure everyone knows,
being thoughtful about those types of things. I think,
which can be applied, I think, to all areas of our life. Just be open, be communicative, especially at weddings. All things at weddings. But even in your future marriage, if you want less drama with your in-laws, if you want less drama with your husband, and if you want less drama with your own family, good communication. That's the way to go.
Yeah, right, for sure. And I think so. Something that I'm generally bad at because of my personality is delegating. Right, I'm just like I'll do it all. I'll take it all. You just relax. You just have fun. But I think that there is something to when you do delegate things and you have, you're gonna, be in charge of getting everyone to dinner and you're gonna be in charge of, the Ubers and you're gonna be in charge of, this game. That is a way to also keep people engaged. So they're not like, checking out or, they're like, oh, I have my part.
I'm owning
them, taking ownership of. And so that's always, I think, a good way to keep everyone on the same page and excited for whatever's coming next.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's a nice way to do that.
That's
so
good. That's good.
Thinking about where people are sleeping, how much money they're spending, and when they might be starting to feel a little sleepy.
Yeah. And don't forget, at the end of the day, we're obviously doing this for the bride. So the less drama that can be there is probably, whatever. We might not love everyone that's in the bridal party. That's a possibility, but we do love her. We all love her. So we're going to choose to prefer her before us. Right?
Keep that central.
Yeah, keep that central. That's really good. Okay. So if you have any budget hacks that you would like to tell us about that we missed, anything that you think would be really good, beneficial beneficiary of this for all of the girls that are all the maid of honors that are preparing bridal showers and bachelorettes. Any ideas you have, drop them in the comments. We want to know. And don't forget to enjoy the view wherever your ride takes you.